India Gen 4 is here, and this is not an April Fool's joke. I don't know where you are in the world. I don't know if it's the 31st of March for you or if it's the 1st of April. For me, currently, it's the 31st of March, but in India, it's 1st of April, and this is not an April Fool's joke. India has a Gen 4 coverage. This is like such a long awaited, iconic, legendary moment for me because, well, firstly, I am from India, but secondly, India, as you guys know, is one of the most diverse countries in the world. Not just culturally, but also in terms of landscapes. You've got deserts, you've got mountain ranges, you've even got the Himalayas in the north. You've got forests, you've got tea gardens, you've got beaches, you've got all kinds of things in India. You've got islands even. And for those who are new to the game, because I know there's a lot of new players who've gotten into the game recently, especially in Germany. Shout out to my, Deutsche friends. Uh, we Actually, let's just do it this way. This is my YouTube channel. Okay, let's ignore that these first few videos. This is my first GeoGuessr video where I played a battle royale. This is when GeoGuessr Battle Royale was released for the first time. Back then there was no battle royale distance, there was no duels, there's none of that. We just had battle royale countries, and this was released. And back then I didn't know anything about GeoGuessr, so that's how I got into the game. And then right after, I made this video where I tried to get a 25k in India, uh, and I failed apparently. I don't even remember what's going on in these videos. They're probably very embarrassing. Maybe at some point I should go back and watch my first video just to cringe at how bad I was. But anyway, back then when I made this video, India only had tracker coverage, Gen 3 tracker coverage in some universities, some famous places, and that kind of stuff. Actually, let me just show you if you haven't seen it before. So this is, for example, a university, and this is the tracker coverage we had, which we still have, of course. So this is the Gen 3 tracker coverage. So these are the things we had back then, 4 years ago. Then a couple of years ago, we had this huge breakthrough announcement revelation that India is going to get actual coverage, because back then it was kind of like China, because China also currently does have some Gen 3 tracker coverage, which, for example, here you can see it. Or this is tripod, I guess, but you get the point. It was similar to what India was like. And we get this huge announcement that this whole big new country is going to get coverage. And then we find out that it's going to be this quality. So it's a bittersweet thing to celebrate because, yes, you get a huge, diverse country, but it's with this camera quality. So, this is the coverage that most of you are probably familiar with who are playing the game as of today, or who have just looked at Google Street View recently. But as you can see, this is not what India actually looks like. This is terrible. The blur is terrible. The glare is terrible. The quality is terrible. You can't even read anything. Like, okay, I don't have a sign here, but like it's really hard to read tiny like that stuff. You can't read what it says, just no parking, and you don't know what's below that. So, going from that suddenly to the best camera available in the world. Well, technically, it's small cam coverage in India, so it is Gen 4, but it's a smaller camera setup, so it's easier to, put around everywhere. Um, so it's slightly worse in quality, I think, but it's like, or I'm not even sure if it is actually. It's practically the same. It's like very good quality, and we've seen it before in Liechtenstein, we've seen it before in Puerto Rico, but now we get it in India. So far, we have coverage in Chennai and Hyderabad. Let's have a look. So I think this is the first ever Street View location of Gen 4 India that was shared in Virtual Streets, which is where we usually find out about new coverage. And look at this. Chennai actually looking like Chennai. It doesn't look like this anymore. Doesn't look like this fake camera quality, whatever this looks like, you know? This is, where is it? This is the real Chennai. This is what it looks like, and now you can read everything, the whole address, easily legible. What's on a shirt, very clearly visible. Everything you can read. Oh man, I've been waiting for this for 4 years. Actually, even more than 4 years. It's almost 5 years even. Is it? I started playing in... No, it's 4 years, sorry. And some players have probably been waiting for it for much longer as well. But look at this. You can actually see India. This, the people doing this construction work, you can see how they're constructing things. The colors of the leaves, you can see the real green leaves, you know? Colors of the buildings, you can see the real colorful buildings in the south of India. Oh man. Like, look at this. Red paint, green paint. You can see the street art as well. The very colorful street art that you can find in India. And so far, we only have coverage in cities, and I'm gonna take some time to explore it with you guys so that, you know, we sort of get to see what we can, because right now there's only 5 locations that have been posted. Maybe there are a bit more, but I don't know. You can even see the dog. You know, you can see everything. You can see whatever, for whatever reason, they've kept this chair like this as well. And you can see it all properly. Oh man, look at the palm trees, the coconut trees. You can see this woman carrying this on her head, which is, you know, quite impressive. But you can see it in HD now. This person walking his dog. Oh, you can even see this little temple here. Look at that. You can see all the colorful sculptures and paintings, or like how the way they've painted it. I mean, just a tiny little temple in town. The colorful house. Look at the architecture. Like, this is sort of, I would say, a bit of modern architecture for India, and you can see it now. And these kind of roofs, it's kind of more traditional. Although that one's also fairly modern, I would say. But we can see it all properly. Oh, and then look at the difference. This looks so dull, so gloomy, so bad. And then, oh, oh, take me back. Oh, there we go. Look at this. This looks so much nicer. What's this guy selling? Some coconuts? No. Some fruits, some fruit juice. You can see the fruit juice. This person pointing directions or something. Ah, you can see it all. You can see these people riding the bus. Oh, look at this building. Look at the architecture on top. You get to see all of this and appreciate it for a change instead of having to complain about the camera. Oh my god, what is going on in this building actually? What, what is this? That's a cool find. Um, but yeah, you know, back in the day, can I switch actually? Look at the difference. Like, you don't even want to look up here because of the glare of the sky. But now, oh, that's so nice. That feels so much nicer. Ah, look at this. Difference is crazy. It is a shame that we get this blur though, because if we just had like a normal car coverage, I'm sure we'd have some 50-50s between like, I don't know, India and Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines. Not in the urban cities, of course, but more out in the rural areas. But nonetheless, this is, what is this? This is great. This is really great. So, this was the first location. Let's also have a look at the other ones. This is a tiny street, and here you can really see the colors as well. Pink, green, blue. Oh, and we're okay. Let's just do it this way for. Oh, no. Is that all I can get? Just a few panoramas? Okay. Oh, no, this is also Gen 4. Again, this is just Chennai we're exploring, you know. South of India. I can see some 50-50s coming up with Sri Lanka though, because there's definitely, they both speak Tamil. Um, they've both got sort of similar tiny streets, sort of similar vibes in some parts. So like, if you said this was Sri Lanka, I wouldn't blame you. Okay, what what is going on here? What? Oh man, this is glorious. Can you imagine seeing all of India with this camera quality? The Himalayas in the north, oh man, they look great like this. The Western Ghats, beautiful mountains in the west. The Thar Desert in Gujarat. The tea plantations, around, you know, the northeast, Darjeeling. In the south near Kerala as well. All the rice fields in Punjab and Uttar Pradesh and whatnot. Can see those in Gen 4 eventually. Ah, the beaches, the coastline, the coastal roads. Maybe even in the future, Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands. Those will look fantastic as well. And you can read everything. Oh, that's so good. If you'd like to see me try a speed run on Gen 4 India, let me know, because in this quality I don't really enjoy doing India speedruns because you can't even read things properly half the time. Um, in this quality I'd be down. So let me know. Not right now because there's not too much coverage yet, but once there's more coverage, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. What are they building here? Look at this. Oh, it's a temple and they're like maybe like doing some maintenance work or something on it? Or is it not a temple? Oh, it looks like a temple. Hmm. Very interesting. Oh, sorry about the lighting, by the way. It's like 10 p.m. Um, I was, editing that IRL Holiday in Europe 3 video, so I didn't really want a lot of lights on. Um, but, oh man, okay, let's have a look at the other location as well in Chennai. So this is the third one. I've got some bamboo. Okay, this is not what I want to see. What do we have here? Just a bunch of trees, really. Bunch of trees, bunch of people living out their lives. Oh, okay. There we go, that's better. Dental clinic. Oh, and this is gone again. Don't do this. I just want to see it in Gen 4, not all of this. Look at this guy's playing cricket. Um, you know how long we've been waiting for this? I'm actually, I know I said this before, but it's just like unbelievable for me that it's finally here, after years of waiting. Let's have a look at Hyderabad, because there we've also got a couple of locations. The Google car has been spotted, if I'm not wrong, in Chennai, Hyderabad, and then, or like some parts of Telangana, some parts of Tamil Nadu, and then some parts of Odisha. I think Bhubaneswar has some spottings as well. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised if we see coverage there coming out soon as well. But in the meantime, we've got Chennai and Hyderabad to look at. So this one is, I think, in like the IT area of Hyderabad. What's it called again? Yeah, like out here. The high-tech city, that's what it's called. So I think this is where like all the software companies have their offices and whatnot. So I think this area also had a Gen 3 tracker back in the day, but now we've got Gen 4. Sadly, I can't go back into it, but and look at this, you can see the poles and everything properly as well. Ha! It's not too much to look at in this area, I think, but the coverage just turns to shit cam again. But let's have a look at the other location then. This one's like in just normal Hyderabad, I guess, I don't know. So, there it is. I have been to both Hyderabad and Chennai in the past, but it was quite a few years ago since then, so it is nice to see how they actually look like now um, in Gen 4. So, you get a realistic impression, not the terrible camera quality impression. But man, it's just so nice to look at all these trees. Like, look at the coconut tree, it looks so nice. What else do we have here? Oh, the poles, of course. You can see the poles properly as well. You can see the barber shop properly as well. Ah, oh, come on. No. There we go. Let's keep going this way, I guess. This is where I was earlier. Oh, there's still like some glitchiness in some, but that's everywhere in Gen 4. Gen 4 is still not like a perfect camera, I would say. There's still improvements that they can make to it, but it's definitely one of the best that we have. Did I go this way? I don't know. Let's just go this way. Maybe I did? Oh no. Oh, keep switching. Come on, take me back into Gen 4 here. Oh, come on, I want to see this in Gen 4. No? Hmm, that's a shame. I bet that looks much nicer in Gen 4 as well. Or this artwork. uh, India has some really cool artwork on like random walls and uh, like like these kind of walls as well. Let's see if we can find one of those. Because those will, I bet those look really great in Gen 4 as well. A lot of Indian flags on this wall. It is February coverage, and maybe this is like early Feb, because on 26th of Jan, India celebrates Republic Day. Oh, this looks terrible. What have they done here? That's terrible. This is like India has these parts where it's just really not great and needs, a lot of work. Now if we go back, like the residential area is quite nice, like and not too far from there, you've got not so great, areas where it's not very clean. So it's good that we can see it all as it is now. You know, like this is pretty nice, I would say. Nice little houses with some coconut trees around. And then earlier what we saw, bunch of trash laying on the ground. That's terrible. But you know, um, what was I saying earlier? I just lost my train of thought. You get to see you get to see everything as it is here. Look at this. What's this? It's like maybe some construction plan there. I completely lost my train of thought on what I was saying earlier, but seems like I can't find any paintings right now on the walls. But like these areas, if you say, oh look at this, you've just got a random temple in the middle of the city. And now you can see it very nicely as well. Um, I lost my train of thought again. I need to like I keep getting distracted by everything that I'm seeing around me. Okay, now we're not getting into Gen 4. So let's just go back a bit. Actually, let me see in the channel if anyone has found any more coverage. No. No more India coverage. I have been trying to generate some locations myself, but looks like I've had no luck so far. Alright, so be it. You know, today for me it is 31st still. For some people it's the 1st, if 1st of April already. But yesterday, on the 30th of March, was Gudi Padwa, which is a festival. I'm not sure if it's celebrated in all of India, but it's definitely celebrated in the state of Maharashtra, where I'm from. And it's basically the celebration of the new year because, just like we have the normal, like the Gregorian calendar, or like the Chinese have the Chinese calendar, like they have their own Lunar New Year. Similarly, there's a, I guess it's called like the Hindu calendar, I'm not sure. And, you know, uh, the first day of the new year, that's when you celebrate Gudi Padwa, and that was just yesterday. So it's you know, uh, if I keep that in mind, it's like, oh, there's a new year, and now we suddenly on day two of the new year we get Gen 4 India. Isn't that great? Kicking off the new year with a solid start. Um, but anyway, I can't make it back into Gen 4 by the looks of it. I'm not gonna keep you guys for too long because I could just keep roaming around Street View and rambling and yapping about random things that probably not many people care about. So, oh, look at these flowers as well. You can see the flowers nicely. I didn't pay too much attention to them, but the leaves, the flowers, you can see everything. Um, I'm very happy about this, as you've probably seen already. Let me know in the comments what you think of all this new coverage. I'm sure you'll see it in a lot more world maps now, because people have always been hesitant to include India in world maps. Well, I think most world maps have India on GeoGuessr, but uh, to a limited extent, let's say. So I'm sure you'll see more of India now in the future as this coverage gets rolled out. Um, so let me know what you think. Are you excited? Um, and let me know if you would like to see me do some more India specific content, because now with the Gen 4, it's also more fun for me to play India, so I wouldn't mind doing, I don't know, some speed runs, some state streaks, whatever you want. Let me know what you might be interested in seeing. But that's going to be it. Thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the new coverage that comes out.